I am continuing in my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am continuing reading in a chronological order, according to event, not according to publication or volume, so I'm skipping around a bit as I move along. I am continuing again in the book of Revelation. We're right at the end. We got 2 chapters left. What we've been reading recently, we read the destruction of the wicked, the return of Christ, and the casting of the beast and the false prophet into the lake of fire. We then had the binding of Satan and the millennial reign, the first resurrection when Christ first comes, 1,000 years. Then Satan is loosed. We get the final battle of Gog and Magog, and then the second resurrection, and all men are judged according to the records, according to the books that are opened. That's what we read last. So now let us pick it up in chapter 21. In this chapter, there are no Joseph Smith translations, one of the few, the last one, that has no Joseph Smith translation, so we will not be reading that in this video. The Revelation of John, chapter 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven, saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful, and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Let us pause a moment here. This is describing the celestialized earth. Notice a couple of things. It says it's a new heaven, new earth. The first is passed away, but then it also says, and there was no more sea. There's no more water. When the earth is celestialized, it becomes a sea of glass, becomes a Urim and Thummim. There's no more oceans. The land, it is all just a solid land. Then we have the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming out of heaven. I think this is talking about the city of Enoch returning. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure this is talking about the city of Enoch being brought back to rejoin the earth. And then Christ reigns, and those of us that live with him, we are his adopted sons and daughters. He will be our God, because he will be the ruler of our generation, just as his father is the ruler of the previous generation. And then he lists all those who are not there, and he says they'll be cast into the lake which burneth with fire, which is the second death. So, again, it doesn't say the sons of perdition or blasphemers, but I actually think that this is talking about those who do not inherit the first resurrection, not just sons of perdition. And in this context, that's what I'm getting, is that these are those who are either of the telestial or are fully cast out, because those who are of the telestial will still be in outer darkness for the 1,000-year reign. And so it can be said that they take a part in the second death, but are eventually redeemed from it. They do not take the fullness of the second death. But that's just, I don't know. That could just be me. Anyway, let us continue verse 9. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will shew thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the Spirit to a great and high mountain, and shewed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone, most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names were written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof and the wall thereof. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third a chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of 1 pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon, to shine in it. For the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination, or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. Now there's a description for you. I will have to check it, but I'm pretty sure the 12 stones that are listed as being the 12 foundations are the same 12 stones that are in the breastplate of the high priest under the law of Moses. We have 12 gates, and notice that this is organized in the same way as the camp of Israel when they came out of Egypt. 3 on the east, 3 north, 3 west, 3 south. It doesn't say which tribe is on what side, but I am assuming it would be the same as in the camp of Israel. The foundations bear the name of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. This is very symbolical because the church is built on a foundation of the apostles. So they are the foundation stones. I have no idea what it means by the gates being made out of 1 pearl each, because those are pretty big pearls. Now, a furlong again is 1/8 of a mile, or 660 feet. The city, it said, is measured at 12,000 furlongs. This is 1,500 miles. That's how wide it is, that's how long it is, and that's how tall it is. I'm not sure how you get a city to be 1,500 miles tall. But we are taught this is the city of God coming back in. It says it's the Holy Jerusalem. But we've already seen the beginning of the New Jerusalem came out of heaven. Now the Holy Jerusalem is coming out of heaven. Not sure exactly what these exactly are, but this is a massive city. The walls, it says, measured 144 cubits. Of course, 144, that's a gross, being 12 12s. That's also significant in symbolic meaning. But a cubit is 1.5 feet approximately, so 144 cubits would be approximately 226 feet. That's supposed to be the height of the wall surrounding the city. It's a massive city. That's all we really need to understand. I don't know how literal these measurements are, but it is massive. But I do want to note one other thing, is that it says that God is the light of it. They have no need of the sun or the moon because God is the light. For those who object to the creation as it is given in Genesis, where the light is created first and then the sun and moon later, this is telling us right out, the sun is not the only source of light. There is other sources of light, and God himself is a source of light. And that doesn't mean figurative as in knowledge and understanding. It means he produces light. So there was another source of light in the creation. Just want to say that this proves that the creation story is perfectly plausible. Now, there is no Joseph Smith translation here, so we will end this one here, and we will read the last chapter, chapter 22, in our next video, so I will see you there.